So here's the long version of today's update. Afternoon report. We've been testing different kinds of plaster made out of the local sandy clay and horse manure and water buffalo manure for our little tiny fibers. Really good for little tiny fibers. Some of them are cracking and some of them are not. And this paint we made out of just the local sandy clay is behaving really nicely. Then over here we're beating up this bench, which isn't a particularly comfy bench, so we can add a more comfy back to it. The beating it up with the hammer helps the new stuff stick to it. And then here we've been working on places where there were cracks in the cob surrounding this lovely hot tub. And so those have been filled in. Shay has been working on those. Yes, Mr. Plasterer himself. And so, yeah, you can't even see where the cracks have been. We're getting ready to paint over that with that same lovely local clay. See, there's some of the patches that haven't been smoothed out yet. And we're working our way around here. This is actually going to be retired as a hot tub and turned into just a cold plunge. But we have some places to keep fixing it. And we got this enormous pile over here of water buffalo and horse poo that we've been sifting. I'll show you why, because that sounds like a really weird thing, but once it's dry, it doesn't smell, and it's like this really light, fluffy fiber that if you look really close, it's very good fiber. It's very soft. In fact, here you go. Here's some of the stuff that's actually been sifted. This is what we used for plaster because it just really works nicely for plaster. It's almost like cattail fluff. And then when it gets wet, the enzymes from the digestive system of the beast, those actually make the stuff stronger as a plaster and makes it more water resistant, which is really handy. If we come over here, you'll see this lovely orange red, like burnt orange color of sandy clay that they've got here. And it's a lot of clay in there, but there's a little bit of sand. So we've been adding some sand from the local hardware store and been mixing it in these troughs here. Here's a mix-up of that animal poo mixed with the clay. And here's just the clay like stirred up into water, which has been turned into a really actually surprisingly durable paint. So back here in the back, I didn't show you earlier, we've got a place that we're building an enclosure for some privacy for a composting toilet. Here's our mixing spots. We've been making cob to fill in the large hole and to make the bench with, filling in the large hole in the side of the building. And so we made this lovely little spiral here with sparkly stones that we're gonna okay, you can come in here and there'll be a composting toilet here so that if you're soaking and need to take care of your business, you can with this lovely view. Problem is with the spiral, with this door, well, we didn't count on that up that hill there's a road that drives right by, and you can wave to people while you're sitting on the throne, which is not as comfortable of a situation as you might think. So we have to change out where we made our spiral. It's got to come out this way. We got to do some digging and have it come out this way But then the view will be over here where there is no road, and so you're not going to be waving at people while you're popping a squat. So you'll come out here. I love all these crazy stones they got around here. And one of the other things we're working on is putting a new edge on this fantastic living roof that Sunray built. And then try to build it up in the middle, maybe with sparkly stones. I think we're going to use sparkly stones on that pointy bit in the middle. That was supposed to be a skylight, but I guess it leaked, and the people who were supposed to take care of it didn't want to fix it or something. So now we get to see how to make it look interesting. And so we've got some curvy manzanita to put along the edge here, and then we got to build up some more living matter so that roots can grow, and the lovely foliage can keep going to make the living roof. We're plastering and painting this whole thing, with the exception of a couple of lovely birds' nests. They just seem to be right at home there, especially because they're like stealing materials from the wall around them. Where's our other bird's nest? Oh, it's right over here. Might have to go all the way around here. This lovely lava rock was stuck on the heater to pour water into, but it was more insulative than anything. Here's our other bird's nest, right by this really great door. We found when we started cleaning up, we were looking how it's kind of dusty in here, kind of dirty, and we're thinking, oh no, that plaster has to be all replaced. And then it rained last night on a piece of the plaster that we pulled out, and look at that bright color. I'll show it to you in, well, the sun kind of, oh, there you go. Bright, beautiful pinks and purples, and so we're going to scrub it first. It's a lime plaster. It should handle a little bit of scrubbing. We'll see if we can get it to pretty up without having to replace all of it. It's a little darker in here, but it sure is beautiful with these great bottle windows giving us color. We have a couple spots here where we had to pull out. There was a protective bar that was made out of a piece of manzanita tree that was great there when the wood stove opened out through the wall and you fed it out there, but when you feed it here on the new wood stove, it's going to catch on fire, so we had to remove that. And so now we're going to go down to the creek and find some granite or quartz or something shiny to put here in the holes that we made, and then sculpt around them. We'll see how that turns out. We're about halfway up filling that hole, and there's one of our friends coming back from lunch. Lovely ceiling in here, made out of shakes made out of the local redwood. So yeah, the group is coming back. Yep, and we're gonna start playing in the mud again, so stay tuned for more fun.
It is super cracky.